Hey, what's up? Damn wind is everywhere. What's up, y'all? Hey, good morning or good afternoon, whatever you are, whatever time it may be. Welcome to a cool little sneak peek that we get to do today. So today we're gonna bust out a prototype of Pampero. And Pampero, correct me if I'm wrong, but means winter wind. I know it's a strong southwestern wind that flows along Uruguay, but South America in general. But yeah, Pampero is the upcoming game by Julián Pombo and published by nope, I'll get it right yet. Hold on, wait. It looks like APE Games. APE Games published this one. That's right, yeah. APE Games. So welcome, all y'all that wanted to check this out today. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead. Can you stop this? Seriously, this is dumb. Can we seriously just enough with this? Sorry, the wind is everywhere. All right, let's go ahead and get. Bro, seriously, come on, enough. Okay. Haha, it was funny the first couple of times, but enough. There we go. There it is. Fine. Enough. Holy cow. This game is everywhere. Seriously, stop that already, will you? All right. So anyway, let's, hey, Ian made it. What's up, Ian? I know Julian's here. Kevin is here. Kevin is the publisher at APE Games. APE Games, right? It's APE Games, right? All right. So y'all are here. So a couple of things. First off, it is a prototype. That's number one. Number two, tentatively scheduled to hit Kickstarter in October. It's April. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So you're seeing this 7 months before even to see the prototype. So, yeah, all right? Okay, all right. We can stop that. Okay, yes, you're everywhere. I get it. Enough. Okay, all right. Whatever. Anyway, so tentatively scheduled to hit Kickstarter in October, which means 2023. All right, anyway. Look, it arrived, so here we go. Oh, and I know a lot of people are really excited about the backs of boxes lately, so there you go. It's a prototype. Now, I say it's a prototype, and full disclosure, I have gone through one of these already, all right? But we're gonna go through it together here, okay? All right. No, not industry, come on, guys. PAX East is next week, and so we have a bunch of copies to give to reviewers. So I thought I'd make use of them. I thought it was funny. The end. Okay. All right, so here. Now, the other caveat here is there is no rule book. Here is the rule book in its current form. Okay? So, moral of the story is it's an early prototype, but you're not going to know it by looking at it. Okay, so there's the rule book. Now, I've already gone over this, and I've gone over it with Kevin. I have a pretty good feel for how the game flows. I have obviously not played this yet, but yeah, we're gonna go through it. I am not gonna teach this because I'm not in a position to be able to teach this right now, but I will kind of hit the highs and lows and such of things. But yeah, here we go. All right, first off, the board is double-sided. Okay, let's go ahead and back that up. Let y'all see. There we go. All right. So the board is double-sided. Take a look there. Welcome to Uruguay. And we have the Black River that bisects basically the north and south. Oh, by the way, if y'all didn't know, not only did Julián Pombo design this, but some Ian dude, I don't know, apparently he's a big deal, whatever. He did some graphic design with this, so okay, cool. There's that. Obviously, I'm kidding. But yeah, so the artwork's by Ian O'Toole, published by APE Games. All right, so I'm kind of having fun with that joke a little bit, and let me show you why. Let me bust out the player boards as well, and you'll understand. So the player boards, this is a prototype. They're dual layer. Can y'all, there you go, you can kind of see. It's all cut out. But tell me this doesn't look like another many of Ian O'Toole's designs. So yeah, all right. But yeah, so player boards, okay. But I'll go over this more in detail, but that's the joke. There's no dirt. It's just, it kind of looks like a Eagle production quality is what I'm saying. And this is the prototype. So anyway, main board. Yeah, let me go ahead and give a little bit of background while y'all look at this. Here we go. Get the old spectacles there. Ian says, worth mentioning, there are a few amount of graphical tweaks still coming, mostly around increasing contrast and readability, usual stuff. Right, in other words, it's a prototype, but it looks ridiculous even as a prototype. With no natural resources, the government of Uruguay is concerned about the country's dependence on imported fossil fuels. As a consequence, it is seeking to increase the share of domestic resources, of which the most feasible are biomass and wind energy, as well as employing end-use energy efficiency measures to increase its energy security. In addition, the government aims to use the intended growth of the domestic energy sector to foster its other objectives in increasing economic growth and creating employment. So what does that mean to us? It's a game about wind energy, producing wind turbines, as you could tell by the, cover of the box first off there, and making money. The Uruguayan government has set forth incentives to improve power distribution throughout the nation. The first priority is to improve the power supply for the rural areas that make up most of Uruguay. And those are represented there, in the 3A regions up here, okay? Then, second priority is improved power delivery in general, reaching even remote areas. Fortunately for you and your company, the strong winter wind called Pampero blows across Uruguay, making it prime territory to generate power via wind turbines. Some of the rural areas could even supplement their power supply with solar energy. Use your personal set of 8 cards to perform actions that help you improve the energy infrastructure in Uruguay and earn money. If you play your cards right, see what they did there? You can even acquire new cards, giving greater flexibility and income opportunities. This is important because in the end, the most profitable player wins. All right? All right, so rural areas there, and then less like kind of mixed use areas are the B regions of the board, and C is the urban regions there in Uruguay. And for those that don't know, Julian is Uruguayan, from Uruguay. There we go. There we go. Right, so let's go ahead and keep unboxing, I guess. So again, you have 4 player boards. This is not going to be a small table game. So keep that in mind, because even though these are the player boards, as you can see, and I'm just going to use that one as an example. There's more for individual player areas, and that is your card here, your planning. So I'm going to scoot the board over just to kind of give you all an idea. Bring this bad boy back, and then here. So there you go for one player. You're looking at, that. And then the other colors as well, all right? No, y'all can't see that. We'll go ahead and, you know what? We can put this over here. Okay, there. There are a bunch of wooden components, and then there are only 2 punch boards. So for the guys at Punch Board Paradise, it's not. It's just 2 punch boards. There we go. All right, let me get the other copies of the Strong Winter Wind there out of the way. All right, so there are the 2 punch boards. Let's go ahead and bring this around, and let's zoom in on some of this stuff first, okay? All right. So first and foremost, there is a time track on the board. All right, there are, in fact, 2 time tracks, and let's look. There is one that is printed, which, let me get the terminology correct. All right, this one is for the short game called Tempest. Right here, this time track, you're going to be placing your rotors here, or your player markers, and advancing. And each one of these, whenever you reach one of these, the money signs, is going to be a scoring. And when players have reached the last one, that's going to be the end of the game. But this one is called Mercury Rising, and this is the quote-unquote long game, or as it were. And you'll notice, I'll go and put them here like this so you all can see, that there is a longer build-up to the first scoring, but then short, only 2 rounds, and then final scoring. And then here, you're looking at 3, 3, and 2. So it's a shorter build-up time, but a longer overall by one round there, okay? All right? So, as Ziz says, love me some time track. So it's your choice. You can either, like so, or play the shorter game like that. And when you see it on heavy cardboard, odds are you're going to see it like that. All right, so there we go. Then you have various bonus tiles that are going to end up down here on there. All right, and then other tiles, I forget the terminology. These are contracts, I believe. But those are the 2 punch boards. So again, iconography subject to change, everything subject to change, even though you heard what Ian said contrast-wise and the whole way. Okay, and Ian says, I put them the other way around. Cardboard at the bottom along the long edge of the board, and the grid board along the short edge. Okay, either works. So here, before we get to that, what Ian's saying is something along the lines of like that and like that. I guess it takes up less room that way. I guess that makes sense. And also, whenever we stream this, say 4 players or whatever, we would obviously, or maybe 3 players, zoom that out. That would be down here, something like that. The other player would be there. We could have another one on this side either way, right? So I think that makes sense. Good call there, Ian. Appreciate that. Also, I did mention that the main game board is double-sided based on player count. So let me get the rules back up. There we go. All right, so obviously the 3 and 4 player, right? So you have that. Note the time track stays the same, though, when I flip this over. There's less areas, so on and so forth like that, all right? And you have the 2 kind of multi-use areas also that border Brazil and Argentina, respectively. Yeah, all right. And yes, like Kevin says, you're going to be placing cards out here, but I'll talk about that when I kind of give an overview on how you actually play the game. But all that said, let's go ahead and, there we go. So punch board, again, this is a prototype, but even so, like, this should kind of give you an idea. And so this is why I was joking. I mean, this is like Eagle Deluxe Edition equivalent. It really does remind me of that. And that is a huge compliment there, all right? And this is not sponsored. I just happened to be the first one to get these copies, and I wanted to be able to show y'all this. And I know everybody's super excited about this, even though it's forever away. So I thought I would bust this out for y'all. So there we go. All right. So there's the 2 punch boards, as I mentioned. The time board, again, depending on which one you want to, but I like the look. It's just a little bit more fuller on the 3 and 4 player side. Good. All right, so now let's go ahead. We'll go and break that out here. Oh, hey, Vital's here. What's up, Vital? All right. Let's look at the awesome wooden bits, because let's face it, well, we all want to see these, right? So I have yet to open these up. So wind farms, or the windmills themselves, and let's go and bring this over. We'll find them. There we go. That's probably a good place to do that. So the wind farms themselves, and they're standing up, look pretty awesome. They're all screen printed. Then there are bulldozers. And these are obviously in player colors, all right? So the color that matters, the yellow here. That's what everybody wants to see. Then there are, oh God, they're not generators. Drawing a total blank. They are transformers, that's it. Not the kind that, you know, more than meets the eye, not those, but and there's the 4 different colors of transformers. Those are not screen printed, but honestly, they're transformers. Like, right, okay. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Wait, there's Julian. Hi, hey. Come on. There you go. Everybody say hi, Julian. Hi, Julian. All right. That's awesome. Nice. I appreciate that, Ian. That's fantastic. We will make sure we keep Julian in the shot. There we go. I didn't notice that before. That's fantastic. All right. Then there are batteries. Okay, and there we go. Then we have power lines. Now, obviously, the batteries are just green. They are not in player color, but the power lines. So we have. There we go. These look fantastic, right? Don't they? All right. Yeah, he stopped there just for the picture. Exactly. So that was a nice touch there, Julian. Well done. All right, and now on top of all of that, there are rotor and just action discs right here. Those are not screen printed in the prototype, at least. So just player discs in that, and then. These are energy markers. These are not screen printed as well, but that very well might change as well. And then there are for the 5 different types of income. Like, and I'll go over this a bit in detail here in a minute, but so this is ridiculous for a prototype. This looks fantastic. Okay. All right, so with that said, that's all the components. Oh, and the deck of cards, okay, action cards, but I'll bust those out here in a minute. But let's go ahead and kind of give an overview, very, 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 very broad strokes overview of how the game works, okay? Because that's as far as I've gotten on this bad boy. But yeah, let me get back. Let me move this. Yeah, that actually works there, okay? So. Broad strokes here. All right. The game takes place over variable half years. Variable meaning, you know, could be different lengths, obviously. Punctuated by 3 scoring events. And again, printed, shorter game, longer game, whatever. Each half year comprises a card planning stage, 3 rounds of that, and then a consolidation phase, and then maybe a scoring phase. And what that is that's represented on your planning board. Every player has this little player aid here, and I can go over this a bit in detail just to kind of highlight what the steps are on the various things. I'm not going to have a ton of context because I'm not going to go over the game in detail, but the card planning phase is pretty simple. What's going to happen is players are going to take one of their action discs, one at a time in player order. Player order is going to be in time order there, and there's the order track up in the top left corner. But they're going to take one of their discs and put it down here. And on their turn, when they place a disc, you're going to do one of 3 things. They're either going to play a card from their hand to their planning tableau. Their planning tableau, and let me go ahead and do this a little bit broader. There we go. Their planning tableau is right here. You have a top row and you have a bottom row. You're going to play a card to the far left available, and where you play it is going to dictate A, how much it costs to play it, but also where you're going to be able to take actions. If you play it in the A area, you're going to actually be able to do things in the A regions, okay? Pretty straightforward. The B and the C, kind of a cool idea. Now, I'll bust these out so y'all can see them, the deck here. Well, I won't for a moment. But when you do that, when you play a card and you choose B or C, you'll notice that there's B costs you 10 bucks, C is going to cost you 17 bucks, because remember, goal of the game is money, so you're spending victory points in that. But if you play it to the B side, you're going to cover up the C like that, and hey, you're going to be able to do whatever the associated action is. And if you play it for the C area, you would cover that, etc., etc. So obviously, being the B's or the C, or the top row, again, the A, okay? So there you go. Pretty straightforward in that regard. So that's playing a card from your hand. The other options are Concordia-esque. You can retrieve all your cards from your planning tableau, meaning any cards that you've played out here you can pick up. And when you do so, you're going to move your marker up on the timing track. But then the other option is you just pass and take a battery from the supply. And again, those batteries, like so, okay? So do that one, do that one, do that one. Once you have all of your discs out there, a moment while I give a visual on that. Once you have done all of that, then you're going to move into the consolidation phase. Once all 3 of your action markers are on your planning tableau, now you go into the consolidation phase. First thing first is you're going to retrieve one of the cards that's up here furthest to the right. So if I have 3 cards on the top row and I have 2 cards here, I either could take that one or I could take that one, in that example, back into your hand. The next thing is you're going to produce batteries. Okay, so here you go. After you have taken, placed all of them, you're going to remove them. You're going to take one of the cards from the tableau. You're going to produce batteries. You're going to get your income. You're going to advance on the time track. And then the very last thing, let me make, yeah, and possibly there may be a scoring if everybody has reached those. Or maybe it's when one person reaches it. But there you go. Okay? All right? So that's pretty straightforward. Like the actions that are available are pretty straightforward. But now, I had mentioned getting income. Well, the top part of your board here, and I want to go ahead and keep those there. So your transformers, which are your power lines, and let me grab a couple of these to show y'all. You're going to have your power lines out here, etc., like so. Getting power to the various regions is going to be paramount in this game. You're going to start with one of these going left or right. So one of these will start somewhere out here on the board, whatever. Figure it out. That'll start out there, somewhere out there. But now, take a look at your actual, this is a PG&I board, I believe it's called. Let me get the terminology correct. Yeah, power grid and income board. PG&I just sounds fancier, so we're going to go with PG&I. Okay. So your entire PG&I board is broken up. You have your income part, then you have your transformers will be down here, so like so, whatever. But indulge me on having, you would have your own color out here, etc. But you'll notice that they're broken up kind of in columns here. And the reason for that is you cannot gain income past where you have actually brought power to the people. So as you place more of these power lines out there, it's not only going to allow your income tracks to move up, but it's also going to allow you to get bonuses and place out, transformers out on the board based on where your power lines are. So here you go. As an idea, these will be advancing along. There's one for each of them, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? So you're going to want to place these out on the board to then, as you get these advanced, you'll be able to get more income, because during the income phase, sorry to cover you up there, Julian, you're going to get income based on where all of your markers are out here. So you're going to have 5 markers for recreation, for what is it? It is commercial, industry, and residential, vacation, and I forget the name of the top one, but nonetheless, as these go up, you're going to get more and more income, provided that you have gotten these out on the board. The higher that is, the higher these tracks can go, the more income you get, aka victory points, and the more infrastructure that you can build. In addition to all of that, every player is going to have a power marker showing how much power they're producing. And these markers are going to go down here, so you're going to be able to track. And these also, or this I should say, will not be able to exceed the number of power that you have out on the board. So you're not going to be able to do more of that. Oh, okay. And what is it? Ian says, if you stand the transformers up and push them into the upper notch, you should still be able to see the icons underneath. And so, like, for instance, standing them like so is what he's talking about, like that. I'm just in a habit of laying everything down just because of the fact that streaming, but that makes sense. So you would be able to do something along the lines of that. There we go. Okay. Julian says energy can't exceed your towers. Okay, fair enough. But it gets, remote is the last one. Thank you, Julian. But there you go. Yeah. Let me go and bust out the cards now. And I appreciate that we have not only designer, developer, and graphic designer in chat. So, there we go. As I struggle to open up the deck of cards. I know I'm not the only one that has had this struggle. Even if they're quick open, sometimes they are not quick open. There we go. Got it. All right, there we go. So, wanted to be able to show off some of the cards, the action cards, take contracts, so on and so forth, building infrastructure, bulldozing. You know, even if I just saw the cards, I would know that this is a Ian O'Toole graphic design. For now, you use poker chips. Exactly. Kevin's got it right, but I'm sure that'll be different for during the Kickstarter and such. Scoring cards. And then these are the Argentinian and Brazilian cards. Contracts. So half Argentinian, half Brazilian. But there you go. Y'all have seen all of the components now on the game. See, I know. See, Kira even says it screams Ian O'Toole, right? Foreign contracts, that's it. I knew they were contracts, just foreign contracts for Brazilians and Argentine. Or Argentine, I guess that would be. Really does look fantastic. Yeah, I'm super jonesing to get this played. The cool thing about this is, well, if you're coming to PAX East, you're going to be able to take a look at it. It's going to be there. I don't know if it's going to be out for play. I know we'll have copies there, but I don't know. We'll figure that out. But at least people will be able to see it there. All right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it looks great. Really, really, really good job. So there you go. That's it. I was told that I wouldn't be able to do this in under an hour, and what? So there you go. Look for this from APE Games, October-ish or so. Oh, there it is again. Damn it. No, I'm just kidding. All right. But yeah, look for it October-ish on Kickstarter. And you're definitely going to see this on the channel here. You may even see it a couple of times. You may see a solo. You may see probably a multiplayer for sure. Maybe even a solo, because it plays 1 to 4. Says about 2 hours. How honest is that, Julian? The solar contracts. Where are those? Did I not show them all? I thought I did. Hold on. Help me out, Julian. That's right, because the money's in pesos, right? So, yeah. I mean, it says 1 to 4 on the side of the box, Genway. All right. Okay, and Julian says, yeah, no, 2 hours. That's pretty legit. Oh, those. Okay. Oh. Those? Yes. Okay. Move that stuff out of the way. Get over there. And one of the perks of being local to Heavy Cardboard is you get to play it early too. So there we go. There we go. All right, let's bring it over. A moment. The solar contracts come out here. There we go. Because, as I read at the very beginning, that not only are you going to be able to produce wind energy, but some of the rural areas could even supplement their power supply with solar energy, and hence the solar contracts as well. There we go. There you go, and it's on Tabletopia. Julian apparently is available for teaching games, so awesome. So Julian, we may, you know what? Those are sideways, I just realized. There we go. That looks a little bit better. So Julian, we might have to sit down and do that, and then we can play it maybe this weekend. That'd be cool. All right. Well, there you go. So, Pampero, I am really looking forward to this. I'm stoked. All right? So, big thanks to APE Games and Kevin. for getting us a copy stupid early. I mean, 6-7 months before Kickstarter. Usually we ask for, you know, a month before. Kevin obviously is overshooting that by a little bit, so well done you. A big thanks to obviously Julian and Ian for designing and graphic designing artwork and stuff on the game. And I appreciate, you know what, hold on, I just realized something else. I don't know if you all saw this earlier because I had it covered, but hey, for all you people in the world that don't know where Uruguay is, I didn't even see that. So you have Brazil, you have, let's see if I can get this right, Argentina, you have Peru, you have Colombia. No, that's Chile, sorry, Peru, Colombia, Argentina. There we go. All right, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. So that is a cool little touch there, Ian. I appreciate that. But yeah, so take a look at it. If you're coming to PAX East, cool, you'll be able to see it there. Take a look at it, apparently on Tabletopia. Coming to Kickstarter sometime later this year, maybe October-ish. And if you happen to be in the Boston area, you might get a chance to play it earlier if you come over by the studio and we can bust out a game. All right? Awesome. There you go. That's it. That's all I got. So thanks, everybody, and thanks to all y'all for watching this. I know a lot of people, this has been on the hotness, and nobody has talked about this at all because, well, there wasn't, I mean, it's just a upcoming game. But now that we got it, I wanted to show it to y'all. So thanks, everybody, for hanging out. And thanks to everybody for hanging out. And Kevin says to say there's a lot of extra content coming potentially for Pampero if there's demand for it. So yay. I'm looking forward to this. And Julian, I'm excited to play this, man. So well done. All right. And also, yes, a big thanks to Jess, marketing director as well, and my girlfriend. So yay. All right. That's it. That's it. I'm out of here. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend. I have a sick girlfriend to go tend to. I'm going to go take care of that. And hopefully she feels better. So thanks, everybody. Be kind to one another. And I'll see y'all next week. I know we have Bitoku coming. And we have, let's see what else. We have Autobahn coming and other stuff next week. Possibly Power Grid as well. We'll see. So thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Thanks again for watching. I'll see y'all next week. Take care, everybody.